This presentation is going to be on the medal of St. Benedict, or as I like to say, what's with all the letters. On the face or front of the medal, we see St. Benedict is prominent. In his right hand, which is to our left, we see the cross. Now the cross was a symbol of Christian salvation, and it was carried by many of the monks during their evangelization of Europe. This occurred in the 9th and 10th centuries. Because of this work in evangelization, St. Benedict is considered the co-patron of all of Europe. Again, because he helped evangelize, or at least his children, the monks, helped evangelize the entire continent. In his left hand, our right, we see the rule of St. Benedict. This is the rule which St. Benedict wrote to guide the monasteries and to help govern them. It has 72 chapters and is designed to be at the same time strict and forgiving. It is designed sort of like the U.S. Constitution in that it can be modified depending on the needs and the environment which a community finds itself. We also see a cup to the left with a serpent coming out of it. The serpent represents poison, and the broken chalice is representative of a story from the dialogues of St. Gregory the Great, in which monks who had sought Benedict as their abbot were put off, we will say, by his strictness and the way that he wished to reform their lives. So they attempted to poison him and kill him so that they could get a new abbot. But when he blessed the chalice, as was the custom, before drinking it, it shattered, and the poison came out. Poison again is represented by the serpent, the evil. We also see on the right a raven with bread. Here again is another time when monks attempted to kill him by this time feeding him poisoned bread. But before he could eat it, a raven swooped in and stole it away. Again, a symbol of God's protection of the saint. The words on the medal itself, on the inside, we see Curix or Curix Saint Patris Benedicti, or the cross of our Holy Father Benedict. This is in Latin, of course, coming from the Catholic Church. Part of Vatican II, most stuff was in Latin. This is very simple. Again, it's in reference to the cross which the Benedictines carried, and the cross is a common symbol for the Benedictines. Words around the medal. Here we have several Latin words. We have eius in ubitu nostro presentia manimar. May the strength of his presence in the hour, may we be strengthened, by his presence in the hour of our death. This is one of the reasons why St. Benedict is considered one of the patrons of a happy death, because in his life and story of his death, he was given a very happy death, a very peaceful death, praying in the oratory or the area of prayer. Because of this, the medal is considered to give an indulgence also at death, and to bring a happy death and a peaceful death. Below St. Benedict's feet, we see Ex SM Casino, and then several Roman numerals. Ex means out of. SM is a reference to San Mystico, or the holy monastery of Casino. And the Roman numerals represent 1880, which commemorates the 1400th, so 1400th anniversary of the birth of St. Benedict, was the time this medal dates from, at least the design. On the reverse side, or the back of the medal, again, we have a cross that is prominent. On the arms of the cross are two Latin inscriptions: Crux sacra sit mihi lux, numquam Draco sit mihi dux. The first one says, "May the Holy Cross be my light." That's the Crux ante sit mihi lux. And then the second one is, may the dragon never be my guide. The dragon in reference to the devil. We also see in the four corners of the cross, CSPB. This stands for Crux Sancti Patris Benedicti, or the Holy Cross of our Holy Father Benedict. Again, the cross is very prominent and was a very early symbol of evangelization and of the Benedictine order. In the top, we see Pax, or peace. This has been one of the Benedictine mottos for centuries, and can still be found over the entrances of many of the ancient monasteries, of Monte Cassino, Subiaco, Einsiedeln, and others. Around the back of the medal, we see the letters VRSN, SMV, SMQL, IVB. These again are a Latin prayer, or the first letters of a Latin prayer. Vad retro satana, numquam sare mihi vanna, sunt mala quel libas, ipse vene bibas. Begone, Satan, never tempt me with your vanities. What you offer me is evil. Drink the poison yourself. Here we see a reference to St. Benedict's life and the poison brought by evil and lazy monks, but also again a prayer against the devil, which is one of the reasons this medal is considered one of the best sort of sacramentals against the devil that the Catholic Church has to offer. Because this prayer around the edge of the medal can be said to be a silent prayer always before God for the wearer. So, with the medal, there were many indulgences associated with it. In fact, it is considered the most indulted medal out there. Numerous popes have added to it. So many, in fact, that I dare not list them here. But I have given some resources. If you download the slide reel, the EW2N website, as well as the article by Don Garanger, who was an abbot of Salem's Abbey, can fill you in on many of the indulgences. Again, there are too many to count, ranging from a happy death, to a full indulgence at the time of death, to a full indulgence to all the souls in purgatory for every time you enter and say a prayer in a church on All Souls Day, and so on. It is a very, very indulted medal. And I thank you.